there was an idea. My live stream chat knows this. Called the Animal Avengers Initiative. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people to see if they could become something more, to see if they could work together with animals when we needed them, to fight the battles that we never could. Hello, my name's Patrick, and today I am drawing Animal Avengers. That's right, we're taking the OG Avengers and we're making them all animals. Let's get started with Captain America. Here we go. So we're kicking off with Captain America. We're going to turn him into an animal, and of course, the only animal that really works for America is the eagle. And so we're working off the OG Avengers pose, the one where they're sort of all together looking at the Chitauri army destroying things. And so we have to get this certain kind of pose here for Captain America. Of course, as an eagle, he's going to have a shield, and he's going to have to be wearing the mask. But generally speaking, I think this one turns out really fun. It's the center point of our image, and of course, the center point of the Avengers themselves. What Avengers movie is your favorite Avengers? Of course, Infinity Wars and Endgame was amazing. I have a little bit of a sweet spot for the original. I went on basically my first date with my wife to see the Avengers. Yeah, I know, my wife's super cool. And so I really liked the first one. Let me know which one you like the best. So we're getting the line art here for our Captain America. We've got to do a little bit of work to figure out how this mask actually functions on the face. And that just takes a few efforts just to try to get the spacing right. And of course, we're getting in here, getting that eagle beak, that wonderful shield, and of course the stars and stripes. You know it, it's Captain America. And with that, I think we're basically done our drawing, so let's check out the final reveal. Up next, we decided to move towards the Hulk, and we thought the most dangerous animal in the world would be the perfect fit, so we went with Hippopotamus Hulk. So you can see me trying to get that iconic nose, and some of the disheveled hair that goes with a Bruce Banner. It doesn't really work out for the hair, but that's okay. Need those big old arms, and of course, those ripped up shorts. We've got ourselves the basics of a Hulk-like hippo. I always thought the Hulk should get his own standalone movie. I know there's the early ones, but Mark Ruffalo does such a good job that I imagine there'd be a really good Hulk movie out there. Maybe someday they'll do like Planet Hulk or, you know, something like that. It'd be really fun to see. Who's your favorite of the original Avengers? Are you a Hulk fan? Are you an Iron Man? Thor? Hawkeye? Black Widow? Captain America? Which one is your favorite? We're doing them all today, so you'll get a chance to see them as an animal. Do you think this is the right choice for the Hulk, or should I have gone with something else? Let me know down in the comments below. You can see I'm just throwing in the line art here, just trying to refine up some of our core shapes, get those muscle shapes in there as well. I'm not much of an anatomy drawer, but, you know, I try my best. And your best is really all you can ask for. Let's check out the final reveal of the Hulk. Next, we moved on to Iron Man, and we sort of debated a bit about what animal to choose, and we finally went with Armadillo because, you know, it's got the armor part of it in it, and so that seemed appropriate. So you can see me trying to create the shapes of an armadillo for power armor, and it's a real wild ride, I'll be sure. I think we decided to say that this was the Iron Man Armadillo Mark V. Something like that. I don't know. I think it turns out pretty fun. We of course have to have the iconic blasters and that sort of chunky piecemeal armor that he has in the early days before he gets into like nanobots and stuff. I really like the Iron Man movies. I'll admit I came to them late. I watched the Avenger movies. The first one I watched really was Captain America. I went with my sister, But I didn't really watch any of the other ones until I watched the Avengers, and then I went back and sort of got to know all these other characters. The Iron Man movies are great. They just came out at a time where there was other things that were taking my attention, such as The Dark Knight. And so I really feel like I missed the tick, just missing the chance to see some of those in theater. It's also fascinating to me that Iron Man became the central hub of the Marvel Cinematic Universe for a long time. It's a bit sad right now in the Marvel Universe without Captain America or Iron Man, who seem to be the linchpins moving the whole thing forward in the early days and certainly up until Endgame. And without them, I think the whole process seems a little bit lost. I was talking with my buddy about this the other day, and we definitely need to see something else be added to give some moral centers and some sort of general leadership to what's happening within the realm of the superheroes of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's why I'm excited for the new Fantastic Four. The new casting dropped recently, and I thought it looked really exciting to see Pedro Pascal and all the other ones who are in there. I can't remember all their names. It looks like it could be good. I want to be excited for it, but of course Fantastic Four movies have a track record. So fingers crossed. I think, though, that Mr. Fantastic could create a balance to the universe. For now, let's check out the final reveal. Up next, we're going with Black Widow, and we decided that she should be a gazelle. She needs that strength and that sort of beauty to her to make her character work, especially the way that they make her in the Avengers films. And so you can see me trying to create this sort of seductive pose for a gazelle, which is not a sentence I thought I would ever say about my life and my time. But here we are, nonetheless. I enjoyed the Black Widow movie. There are some, flaws to it, but indicative of many of the movies that have come up post Endgame, it's challenging to drive some of the story home and some of the action. I think it's a really fun movie. I really like a lot of the characters that were added in it, and it's super cool. I often say that a mediocre MCU film is still roughly better than 90% of the rest of the movies that are out there, because the MCU does drive quality, even if it's lacking in it from time to time. And so Black Widow's no exception. Regardless of how every bit of it was, I still think it's a pretty fun movie. Really cool to learn more about that character. So fascinating to have these side characters suddenly get movies and TV shows like Hawkeye and Black Widow. They sort of are pieces of the MCU, but not fully there until they get their own project. And it's really cool to sort of see the backstory and to flesh out these characters in more detail. I think that's super fun. And with that, I think we're reaching the end here of our Black Widow. Let's check out the final reveal. Next, we have Hawkeye, and boy, did I have to debate on this one. What is the right choice for Hawkeye? I didn't want to do a hawk because we already had Captain America as an eagle, and so I landed on meerkat because I thought Hawkeye is, of all of the characters, the one that's sort of the fish out of water. Maybe I should have made him a fish, but anyways, he's the one who sort of doesn't make sense to be there, right? There's that line in Age of Ultron where he's like, none of this makes any sense, but I'm going to go out and do my job. And so I thought meerkat sort of captured that limited energy, the absurdity of the character in general. And so you can see me getting the rough shapes of a meerkat with a bow here and refining it out as best I can. I really liked the Hawkeye TV show. There's something about these deep dives into characters that we get in the TV shows that I think are really fun. It was truly an MCU Christmas project, and it really just is unique and wonderful. And that's something that comic books do all the time. And I'm really excited to see Marvel continue to try to do that, although I don't think they've been uproarious successes according to, the internet and stuff. But I don't know. More weird, more wonderful, more wacky, and I'm more happy, I think. Did you watch the Hawkeye TV show? Did you like it? Like I said, I enjoyed it. I think it was a lot of fun. Again, none of the projects really are as sort of ideally perfect as a time before Endgame, but you know, we're in a different phase and a different part of the creative process for all of these projects, and I really feel like, you know, there's good stuff coming out. It's just different, and I like different. I think we're just about here at the end. I know we need to get our Hawkeye vest, his classic look, so we're going to work on getting that in here in just a second. And of course, we'll check out the final reveal. And last but not least, we have Thor. Now, I had a lot of thoughts about Thor, but I wasn't too sure. And then someone in my chat said, what about an Orca? Because then we could have Thorca. And, you know, one bad pun is enough for me to take my entire creative process and throw it out the window. And so, yes, we developed Thorca, a sort of whale of a being, complete with his own Mjolnir and that classic Thor 1 armor look. It's a thing. So yes, Thorca now lives and breathes, and it's our job to pay tribute to him. I do really like the way this one turned out, despite being just a bad pun. It was really fun trying to get the whale shapes and the armor to work properly. You know, trying to learn how to draw, trying to work on drawing. Drawing armor is a unique thing that is its own set of skills, and so having this chance to say, how does this armor fit on a whale, is a different kind of creativity. It gives me a chance to try new things, and even if it's a disaster, which I don't think it is, you know, trying is always an important step in learning. I really like the Thor movies. Not all of them, but as a whole, the story that's told about Thor and about Loki in the grand scheme of the MCU is one of my favorites. Let's check out the final reveal. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you being here. I am on the march to 1,000 subscribers, and you can help by watching videos, sharing them, liking them, and all those things. Do you have any more suggestions for Avengers and superheroes we should turn into animals? Should we do a DC Justice League? Should we do some more of the Marvel MCU? Let me know what you think. Of course, I am just so glad that you're here. And till next time, keep being awesome. Bye.